uyazi ube mnandi zonke izinto zibe manzi homie don't worry hold up don't goes a thing off dishing out the truth so start tuning in can't tolagale come yes social issues this so easily giving you the latest news so instantly gender we tighter keep the channel locked on Mzansi Insider.
Fororo, 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 ni kanti fororo, 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 ni kanti fororo, 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 ni kanti fororo, 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 ni kanti fororo. Shy fororo, when we are forum. Yo, it's 99. Never rosa. Yo, to funko. Yo, to 5 coin. Who's into king coin? I did koi. Ao ya bora. Ao ya roka. Ao ya bora.
Okay. That shout signifies that you've had the time of your life. Thank you so much for joining us. Lucky. Didn't tell him, Bijak.
Fere.
This is that?
Bujang.
Gimna.
We've heard from the streets, but we want to take your word for it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Fororo ki.
And then fororo, get this part. Get this part fororo.
So, kiba don't just like you wena ha ole ule hae man ole inspired ngola pina. Khoropo fororo whatever you call it, itlile jwang.
Ne ay gintse fathi nje and then inqondo ya no right fororo.
Yare fororo.
Yeah, ya no fororo and then ashifa ke hit.
Oh yeah. Okay, so rona ro tseba batho ba ngata bana thea ka yone and now it's a hit. We kutlwa jwang ka yone?
Ne ay like ish and like le next I expect to read beso.
Yeah.
Ne ke re ke ntwenyane ka dlala yona nga shifa ke hit ya Mzansi. Song of the hashtag ya penya.
Ke hashtag ya teng. Song of the year.
Song of the year.
Thank you so much for joining us. Nina Love Makaya, welcome to it. It's official. Mzansi Insider is in the building.
And it's about to get crazy. Lots of things in store for you guys. Big one. Kelly Kumala's in the studio. We have a conversation with her and get to know her a little bit better. Yep.
Absolutely. And she also closes off the show with a performance. And we speak male rape. Why do people think it's a joke?
Yep, yeah. And also, fees must fall. It's a topic across the world. But today, fees must fall versus take Vits back. Yes, yeah.
Yeah. News headlines.
Oh, we was like tag teaming there.
Word on the streets is that Kai FM has had talks with Skumba over his comments about the topless Fees Must Fall girls. The stand-up comedian joked about how the girls' breasts looked. He said they should resemble tennis balls. He further went on to mention that the girls exposed their silver stripes, also known as stretch marks. So a petition went out to the radio station demanding that Skumba be fired. He's since sent out an apology video and is a bit wary about sending any more messages, commentary or footage via his Instagram account. You will learn. Nismoshele manje uSkhumba Nyeka sacoca next. Yabo.
The last time Skumba was here, we taking Ali the kiss.
He's gonna donate a wheelchair to
when you call people out.
No, I also think let's not be too emotional.
Yeah, no.
That's the one to be Fees Must Fall.
Yeah.
He was not speaking about the entire movement.
Yeah.
He picked one thing and
I'm just saying if you don't have boobs, don't talk about them. Next story.
While DJ Black Coffee was sleeping far away in a distant land, or just Ibiza, there was an international DJ award ceremony that took place, and DJ Black Coffee woke up in the morning to discover that he was the best house DJ for 2016. Coffee took to Twitter to thank all those who voted for him. Congratulations. The winning never stops with Black Coffee, though. I'm also just like, when are you gonna stop?
I mean, like, he was in the news for something else the other day, and he just grabbed that award. Well done, Black Coffee. We forever, man, behind you. Awesome stuff. Woo.
Last story, shameless plug. Check it out.
Shameless plug.
No disrespect, now we still okay, we still okay, we still okay. I bought andiza kati anke. I'll sell ya tupa got that funnel. Gwelo managaza I got no chances yaba pagel. Dwane guli class ifake gas lati hotel. Ongazo mosho bumnandi. Sashi sistogo gizi kokelo tandi. Ain't got a daughter but she calling me papi. I'm top of her list, none of you.
To say, but this is the coolest channel ever.
Yes.
That's so fresh, man. So many things to look
I'm
forward
bummed
to.
I missed the shoots. Yeah. I did.
Were you invited to the shoot is the question.
Of course,
some awesome
babe.
stuff for you to hang. To check out on SABC1, new shows coming through, and some of your old ones that you guys love. So be on the lookout for the new scheduling and obviously the new shows that we have. That is so dope, man. I feel like we could have been leads.
Let's not dwell. It's time for us to go straight into it. Right now, it's Heart of Social Media. Let's check it out.
Like that, just like that.
Now, a number of men have been victims of sexual assault, and many of them have not reported it because of the fear of humiliation.
Now, last week, a video of a man getting raped by 2 women and a third one recording the incident went viral on social media. And the women have since been released on 1,000 Rand bail each.
Wow.
I saw this, got me infuriated, and today we have a guest in studio who's going to be helping us, yeah?
Yes, so joining us to unpack the matter of male rape is Reese Mann, the owner of Sam Sosa. Welcome to Mzansi Insider, sir.
Great to be here, and nice of you dealing with a subject that is not often spoken about.
And that's the thing. Let's go straight into it. Why do you think cases of male rape aren't often reported?
I think the biggest thing is the way we socialize, and society doesn't believe that males can be victims. The perception is that males are always the perpetrators of all sexual violence.
Sure.
Yes.
And they never see males as victims. And if you have a look at this in South Africa, 1 in 6 males will be sexually abused before the age of 18. And 19.2% of all adult victims of a sexual offense that have been reported to the police are actually males. But nothing happens after that. The cases get withdrawn. The cases get withdrawn because of the way it is handled, and the victims are traumatized again in the police station.
I just want to talk about this. Obviously, we've heard a lot of cases, and this has been an issue that has been raised within the police sector, if I could call it that, where women would go and report cases and they feel they're not taken seriously. Let's talk about the humiliation and men who are raped or molested or whatever the case, any sexual charge, how people take it as a joke.
I think it's because we don't accept the reality of it.
Yeah.
Is we always hear about Women's Days, we hear about protecting women and the child,
of
activism, and when we hear about the girl child, we only think about the female girl child. We don't look about the male girl child. So when people are not taking it serious enough in society, because males don't speak out. Males would rather hold and suffer in silence.
Yeah.
But then it's got long-term consequences, because the long-term consequences, they're going to have addictive behavior, they're going to be acting out, or they could start becoming alcoholics or drug addicts to deal with it. And when they go to the police, even though we've got a Sexual Offences Act under the new government, which is world leading, because it hasn't got any specific sex in it, male or female, it's about the act. But the problem is that the police are not quite, and the justice system is not quite in line with the law. So quite often a male will go into a police station and he'll be laughed at, or he'll be considered, are you gay? I mean, that's irrespective if he was gay or not gay. If he was raped, he was raped by a man or by a woman.
Absolutely. Now, you have an organization that you run, right, that deals with this matter. And that obviously had to come from a specific place. Tell me about your experience with male rape.
Okay. Mine is twofold, is that as a young child, as a soccer player, I was intoxicated, and again, doing things that I shouldn't be doing at the age of 13, landed up totally drunk, and I was sexually abused by a coach. Then as a young adult, I was raped. I was gang raped, and we talk about corrective rape now is nothing new. My rape was corrective rape for political opinions that I had that was not in norm with society in those days. So mine was a sense of punishment. But any rape is not an act of, it's not a sexual act. It's an act of violence. It's an act of humiliating another individual.
Absolutely.
And that's where Sam Sosa came from, is that I felt that I was the only person, that I was alone. I felt this within myself for I only told my wife at the age of 39.
Oh, wow.
So for nearly 20...
And you also didn't try to report it?
I didn't try to report it because prior to 2007, male rape was not on our statute books. It couldn't happen. It was just a indecent assault. So I never reported it. So I suffered for all those years without telling my wife, and it was only at the age of 39 when I actually told my wife. But I was fortunate enough to be able to pay for therapy for 18 months to actually deal with it at the age of 39. And that's why I created Sam Sosa, because there's a lot of males out there who haven't got the financial payment to be able to go, or means to be able to go to a therapist. So we do what we call peer-to-peer support. So as male survivors ourselves, we help male survivors. And it's easier for them to talk to somebody who's been through similar experiences than they have.
Absolutely.
You know what I want to find out? In your experience and having dealt with young men who come in with different reasons and different stories and how their abuse occurred, what's the most common reason why they hold back? Apart from just the police, because even if you don't go to the police, you can go to a loved one, you can go to a friend. Why do they keep quiet?
I think, again, it is society have created these myths. Number one is that if a male should be strong enough and masculine enough to fight and to get away with it. But in any trauma, three things happen to you. The first one is fight, is you're going to see if you can fight to get out the situation. If you can't, you're going to flee. And the third one is if the situation is so, and you've got, we're an animal species and survival is so important to us. So the last one is freeze, that you'll be able, you understand that what is going to happen to you is going to happen to you, and to survive and to live, to have another day, you're going to have to put it down and actually deal with it. And the other thing is that because society thinks that if you were raped, you're probably gay, which is totally wrong. And they also think that everybody who's the rapist, a male or male rape, that the perpetrator is gay as well.
Absolutely.
He is not. He's 98% of them consider themselves as heterosexual.
Another thing, Reese, is that we need to pay attention to the fact that as a male, you can be overpowered by a woman in different ways. Women can rape men as well. We have a clip here that if you looked at this in a different light and it was a female who was actually the victim, it would be totally different. Check it out.
I mean, seriously, you guys just got married. You should enjoy each other.
Only get a kind word from you when you're out of it. Huh?
Right, well, we do apologize for that. As you could see it for yourself, it was a whole situation where she roofied him because she wants to have a baby with him, and there was no big hoo-ha about it. But if that was a female, it would be a totally different discussion altogether, right?
Yeah. I mean, rape is rape irrespective of who the victim is.
Yep.
A male or female, if you're gay, transsexual, intersex, rape is rape.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we're going to have to cut you there, Reese. Thank you so much for joining us on the show. Live television time. We wish we could unpack it for the bars, but right now...
Congratulations on the work you're doing. We really think it's amazing.
Absolutely.
Right now, sorry.
You know what it is, Mzansi Insider.
Welcome back to the show. You are still tuned in to Mzansi Insider right here at SABC 1 Mzansi for sure. We are serving you the realest. Right now, though, it is time for sports entertainment news with Joe Man. He's in the building. Come on, man.
What it is?
Come on with it,
Joe Man
man.
smells so nice today.
Are you stepping up to smell Joe Man?
Yes, he smells amazing. He smells amazing. Can I have tea while you talk?
All right.
Tell us what you got, Joe.
Yeah, man, look, we're going to start with the soccer. We're going to qualify for the World Cup. It's Russia 2018. A lot of people have been complaining about maybe there might be racism in Russia. We don't know, but we're still qualifying. It's still a World Cup. So hopefully we'll be able to get there. But they get underway this weekend. We know Brazil has already started playing the World Cup qualifiers. They won 5-0.
Hi, Joman. I'm sorry about that. We're having a bit of a technical issue with the mic. Ladies, can I grab one
Surely
of
we can't hear her either. So what's happening is...
with your mic? Sure. Can
There
you
you
open
go.
this one, please, for Joe?
Thanks.
All
That
right,
is our producer, Mpo, who just decided to grace us with her presence.
What a
and
moment.
save Joe from the
Okay,
mime
okay.
that he was
What a
doing.
moment.
So I was doing one of those Chinese movies.
Yeah. But
You
now
was
you're
so.
back.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
All right, okay,
Cool.
so
We're qualifying.
Wule, Joe Man, what's up with Sebenza
Okay, so we're qualifying for the World Cup. We're gonna play against Burkina Faso today at 8 o'clock.
Okay.
Make sure you watch.
Crossing
the boys
fingers,
playing.
crossing toes.
Yeah, we're hoping at least normally when we play away from home, because I think Majitabanali the nerves. When we're playing at home, I don't win it, but when we're playing away from home, so today we're playing against Burkina Faso. We're hopefully gonna do that. We didn't qualify for AFCON, but hopefully we'll qualify for the World Cup. I don't know if we don't qualify.
I think let's
for our
stay
own
hopeful.
continent.
Let's open our hearts and minds, and it will happen.
Yeah, but I don't know if you don't qualify for your own continent. How do you qualify for the world?
You can jump the continent and go to the world, baby.
Well, he's hoping. He's hoping.
I'm hoping.
Yeah, and rugby as well. We're playing against New Zealand now. New Zealand are the number one
The
team
All
in the
Blacks.
world. The All Blacks, even though they don't have one black in there.
That is so true.
Just because we've recently
That is
upgraded.
so
Yeah,
true.
Don't
no.
act brand new.
Other people will transform as well. Other people, there's
go
one
for-
guy there.
Go for it,
He
Joe.
looks like
No, those are not-
they
those are
have
not-
two blacks.
No, those are Maoris. They're not blacks.
No, Marabata na Lorun.
Okay,
They want
progression
colours.
sooner or later.
Yeah.
At least the
All
kid
right.
is black. Okay.
So we're going to be playing against them today at Kings Park Stadium. It's going to be the last game of the Rugby Championship. We're not doing so great in this championship. New Zealand have got 25 points. Guess how many points we have?
How
7.
many?
10.
Okay, that was a
From
close.
Close
5 games.
guess.
Yeah, no.
And
not
I was
bad,
trying
not
to be
bad.
mean.
Yeah, no, but that's just how badly we're doing.
Ush.
They've got 25, we've got 10 points.
15 is nothing. 1, 2, 3,
So
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
right,
10,
Yeah,
11, 12,
so,
15.
So,
What up, Liam now? Liam
Yeah.
Okay.
so that's basically what's happening in terms of the rugby. We're playing them again today. Hopefully, if we win, we'll be able to beat the Australians, because Australia play against Argentina a little bit later on today as well. And if the Australians win, they'll come second. If we win, we come second. So yeah, we need the win today.
Oh,
Alright,
la
Joe,
baba. It started off
Yeah.
as a mime, ended up with all the words coming out
I
of
want
your
to
mouth.
smell you again. You smell so nice, and I'm going to steal the mic. But we have a surprise for you guys at home. You guys are not ready for this one. Are you ready? Do you think they're ready?
I'm so ready. I'm ready. So let's tell you guys, they're all the way from Denmark and they're gracing us with their presence today. They do such interesting music, and the spokesperson is there on the side, so you can come through, ma'am, so we can hear
You can grab
from
one of
you.
the mics from the ladies.
Hey, we're handling this mic situation. How are you doing?
So fun. We're in South Africa. We're
Yay! Perfect place to arrive. This
Did
is
you hear that?
Mzansi
Did you hear
Insider.
that? Do it again, please. I'm a happy girl. I'm a happy girl. Can I just tell you, he always judges me for doing it. So the fact that you guys do it is awesome. Please tell us a little bit about this assemble. What you guys are. Are you a group? What's the structure?
We are a group. It's the Baobab Sisters. I'm the leader of the group, and we started 7 years ago.
Awesome.
And this is our sixth tour to South Africa.
Wow.
And the reason why we're doing South African songs is that when I was a child, I was schooling in Tanzania, just as the only white girl in a black school. And I just loved the singing. And then I studied music, and I found out that the South African choral music was fantastic.
Yes.
And also your history and everything about it is really, really great. So I started this group 7 years ago, and now we are here, and it's fun.
Yay! Finally on Mzansi Insider. Quickly tell us, what song are you guys singing for us?
We're singing Susan, the Soil is song. Big
Yes.
hit, actually. We didn't know when we came, so we got a bit surprised.
What?
when we
That is like
figured
a
out.
huge song.
Do you guys know what the lyrics mean? Did you kind of like get to understand it a bit? So you're singing about something you know.
Yes. Yeah.
Without any further ado, let our worlds meet. This is the Boot Bap Sisters.
Come on now.
With Susan. Enjoy it.
Keep the channel locked on Mzansi Insider. You know what it is, Mzansi Insider.
Guys, we have to address the Boot Bap Sisters first before we go anywhere. Labo ngam labaculi Susan bafethu bacula amalili.
I wouldn't be able to.
Baphume
do that.
Denmark, they are Danish.
Yeah.
Anyway, performances, she slays. Hot booty, she slays. Controversy follows her everywhere. Haters always have something to say. But this slayer always comes out on top. On the other side, slenderer than ever. Ladies and gentlemen, Kelly Kumalo.
God, you guys.
You gotta love how we introed you though.
Yeah.
And truly, you always slaying, you're always on top of your game. I don't remember seeing you in the public light down and out.
Absolutely.
I don't remember that.
Down and out is not part of who I am.
Come on now,
The Bible says we are more than we are more than conquerors.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really matter what happens in our lives. We must always come out to the top.
Kelly, you
at
know
the
you
top.
look younger than the last time I saw you. You are drinking with Winnie Madikizela Mandela from the Fountain of Youth.
Thank you. Thank you.
You look
Well,
amazing.
How do you
hello.
do it? How do you slay all the time, Kelly?
I don't know. Hey, if there was a formula, I would share, definitely.
Please do.
I think I'm always happy. I think happiness really is important in one's life. And also, I love myself. I love myself with everything I have. So I think that kind of keeps me young and I take care of myself.
Okay. So
Yeah.
we're going to play a little game with you right now. We're going to do our top 5. On the show, we have a top 5 every single week. But this top 5 is all about you.
How?
All of it.
All
We've never actually done this
It's
ever.
top 5 of what?
Of
though?
Kelly Kumalo.
Kelly, top
What
5.
about her though?
You are yet to discover. So, sitting at number 5 is... Right on the screen,
There it is,
you
there
have
it
it
is.
right there. Kelly, ipost yakho le. So when
Sitshele ukuthi kwenzekala.
Gucci, I don't even remember. It was ages ago.
He says,
oh yes, I know this kind of people. I had to post this. Because you have people that want to trash celebrities simply because they feel down and low in their lives. So they want to find someone that they can pull down to their level. And I was like, yes, you may feel smart at that particular time, but who's the fool at the end of the day?
Yeah.
How does it feel? Because we never think of it from your perspective as the big star, Ukeli Khumalo. Because Sigbona, Togi makeup, Togi with
that's what I'm saying. You're always like proper.
For me, I'm a human being at the end of the day, and certain things do get my attention. So I had to raise that. I had to make people aware that as much as you think you are shining for that 2 seconds, you are actually a fool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who's fooling who?
Number 4 is the next one we have. It's all about you, Kelly. It's all about
I just hope she
You're the one
remembers
who
all
can
the
explain.
first.
Here's another one. Great spirits have always encountered violent opposition from mediocre minds.
Yeah.
And that's from a very smart man.
I've gone through that all the time. And I know that I'm an amazing person. And people that are close to me, they know enough that I'm an amazing person. And yet, somehow people just want to keep, pulling me down, trying to destroy me. And I'm like, hey.
And actually for like most of your career, like
most
I remember
of my career,
when you came out with the big star, I was just like, why are we all hating on this lady?
But it just shows me the amount of power that I possess.
Absolutely.
Because why fight me if I'm not that powerful? You can just overlook and keep going.
Are you planning on going into preaching ministry, Nyana
Hallelujah.
And I know you're doing auditions, so I can. Anyway, number 3, let's check out the.
Okay, we have the number 3 of our top 5.
Yes.
Every single word in the world that you can think of, I've been called.
Yes, absolutely.
I've encountered the worst
of
the very worst.
Yes, I've gone through that.
So you understood what she meant when she said
for
that?
me, it was like she was talking about me. I'm like, Ish Bonang, I can agree with that.
Yeah.
And it happens to the best of us. And I wonder why, though, because people choose to see the worst instead of the best.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And your children, because it's not just you. You're a mom, you've got 2 beautiful
For me,
ones.
I'm not so worried about my children. My children were designed to understand and celebrate the person that I am. So each and everything that I go through, they get it without me having to explain. They understand. I'm their mother. It's like Jesus and Mary. I mean, Mary knew that Jesus knew that he was going to go through certain things. Mary could put up with it. He understood. She understood simply because they were meant to cross paths. They were meant to be with one another. So I don't have to explain myself to my kids.
Beautiful. I love that outlook. All right. Here's
I'm
another
coming
one.
to your church, Kelly.
I have no church whatsoever.
Worship leader.
Okay, this is the last one, right?
Second
last, rather. Thank you, people upstairs. Okay.
You have to pick that one.
Yeah.
Australia.
No, because the thing is, we always want to hate after we've moved on in our lives, and you don't have to hate your ex. I don't believe in that. Love him.
So how would you greet your ex?
Oh, you must.
Show me. Let's say I'm your ex. Right?
Honey, how are you?
Hi. Holy distance. Hi.
Yeah.
Right in front of me.
Because why are we hating? I'm over you. I'm over you. There's no need for me to fight you. Why am I fighting you?
So we could be cool.
Let's be cool. Let's celebrate the beautiful moments that we've had together.
Yeah.
And be okay with the fact that we are no longer together.
Even if they did you wrong.
Well, you have to find, why are you hating? Move on.
Okay, Kelly.
Because if you're over him, you should be over it.
Yes.
Last one. Let's go. Let's check out the last one. Zing, zing, zing. Zing, 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 zing. When you are comfortable.
This is family television.
What's
this is
wrong
not
with my crack?
No.
Your
fororo.
Why did you cover it?
We covered your fororo. You say, when you are comfortable in who you are, what was going on?
For me, I am forever comfortable with who I am.
Yeah.
My body, my personality, my character, me as a mom, me as a friend, me as a singer, me as anything and everything.
Yeah.
So this shoot was about, hey, dude, you can take away everything. I'd still be me. I'd still be happy. I can show off my crack. It doesn't take anything away from who I am. Because people pay attention to the things that you do. They forget about the inner person that they can never touch or change.
Yeah. Now, Kelly, let's talk about the new music that you're doing, because one thing that is definitely consistent ngawe is that umculo noma singathini noma kungayenzakalani
Umculo is-
uzohlala ukhona
Yes.
and baby girl that voice yeah
Can you do it again? 1, 2, 3.
yeah
So auditionella.
I even know Kelly's dance moves to show that I'm a fan. Come on, somebody.
You guys though.
So let's talk about
We
the
are
music
out here
right now.
for you.
I can see that, and it's so humbling. Really, thank you.
Let's talk about the music right now.
Yeah.
There's a song that you're going to perform for us, namhlanje Uthando.
It's called Utando, yes.
Sitshele kabanzi ngayo.
When Jakes and I wrote the song in the studio, we wanted to celebrate something that we all celebrate as human beings, whether black or white, which is love and marriage.
Absolutely.
So if someone has found love they want to share, have you seen someone that has found love? They sparkle. You don't have to ask them what's going on in their lives, you just know. And I strongly believe that we were made by love, for love. Why not celebrate love?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just I think it was a video or it was a shoot where you were wearing like this beautiful by Khotatso wedding gown. And I was just like, yo, man, Kelly is slaying that wedding dress.
I love
Do you want to get married?
love.
Do you look forward to that?
I am so going to get married.
Ooh, twice
this the
in
right
one
knee?
episode.
Is this the right knee?
No, it's the incorrect
Not
knee.
yet. Let's deal with the album yet before I get married. I wanna get double platinum before I get
I'll
married.
still hug you when I see you in public.
Okay, let me say yes for now.
Yes for now?
Yes.
So I'm married to Kelly Khumalo for now.
Yes, we are married. That's
Shut
it.
it. Okay, we're gonna play a game with you. It's called Heads Up because we're tired of the boring questions. We want to see Kelly in a different light.
Cool.
So you have to act out
And you have
what
to
you
guess
see
it.
there.
Cool.
Boxing.
Yeah.
All right. Whistling.
Yes.
You didn't even make
You
the
didn't
sound.
even make it. That could be a pout.
That's why I'm her husband.
Yes.
Ooh, I don't even know
No.
what this is.
Okay, cool. Kelly, come.
Perfume. Spraying perfume.
Yeah.
Even
Come.
nomnyakazo kid. Ukuphila emncwabeni. Eating cake.
No, it's part of the cake ingredient.
Next. Partying, dancing.
No.
Cheerleader.
Yes.
How is that a cheerleader?
Yeah?
What's the sign language that Kelly's doing?
Time is up. What was that?
Barbecuing you.
Let's just see.
You see.
Barbecuing. What's this?
What is that? I didn't get it either.
Wow. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Kelly. We're looking forward to your performance.
Yes.
We know you're going to slay and hit us with the aha.
I win. Am I that predictable?
No, please prove
But
it,
we
bro.
also speak Fees Must Fall. The students who are against the protest and want to continue learning in class. Right now, though, it's time for a quick ad break.
When we come back, Kelly, are you hearing
Must
me?
fall,
When
yeah, hashtag
we-
Take Back Fits. We speak to students who want teaching to resume and find out if there's a protest against Fees Must Fall.
Keep the channel locked on Mzansi Insider. You know what it is, Mzansi Insider.
Early in the morning, they gathered to create their place cards with the hashtag KeepVidsOpen and the hashtag TakeVidsBack. This would be a silent protest coordinated by Stuart Young. The group marched to the Great Hall to hand over their memorandum, but unfortunately this would not be possible as Fees Must Fall protesters blocked them from doing so. After a heated argument with the opposing protesters, the Take Vids Back mass left the Great Hall.
Vet does not belong to the SRC. Vet belongs to those who study in this. We are all British. We all have the right to. Where were you yesterday? Talking to you. We all have the right to be here.
And that's the reality in the state of our country right now. Beking Efidile Wits promised to continue teaching. Some students protested against the resuming of classes. A new protest has been born. Take Back Wits movement. These students are saying that so that teachings can continue despite Fees Must Fall protests. Now joining us in studio, Kibusisiwe, she is fully behind Fees Must Fall. We tried to reach out to Take Wits Back, And unfortunately, just to get a better understanding of exactly what's going on. Now,
before we commence, I would actually like to say this is obviously a movement that we are a part of, and we do believe it, so we're here to help you guys out. But we always want to see everybody's side of the story. So if they're not availing themselves to have the conversation with us about being against Fees Must Fall, we're never going to get it out there.
Yeah.
But when every time someone from Fees Must Fall is here to represent, Busisiwe, thank you so much for joining us. Let's speak about how it's having an effect on your studies, the entire protest.
Well, essentially, studies have been halted at the moment.
Okay.
We're not writing exams, we're not handing in assignments, we're not doing tests at this point in time, and that is creating a very big backlog, right? So essentially, it's going to be, I wouldn't say difficult, but it's going to be a bit of a struggle getting back to the academic year if we don't continue next week.
If you don't continue next week.
Yes.
Okay, cool. How do I say this? Take
back vids.
Take back vids. Okay, cool.
This
there
is also
you go.
like grade 1 English.
Is a movement.
Yes.
They also believe that going back to classes is something. I don't think they're against Fees Must Fall. They're just saying that school should still continue while Fees Must Fall is going on, which completely defeats what Fees Must Fall is trying to do.
Yes.
Because you're trying to stop everything so everybody can resolve it. Do you feel that the way the Fees Must Fall camp, I'm going to call it that for now, handled the situation correctly by attacking another movement who sees differently from them?
I mean, I wouldn't call it attack, essentially. I think it would be defense more than anything.
Yeah.
Because of the fact that...
but defense means that they came to attack you, so you were in defense.
Yes, so so this is what people don't know, essentially, about the dynamics,
That's what I want to get to.
dynamics at VETS.
Yeah.
Essentially, these students are students that are not only being funded, but being gathered by management, right? Being protected by the university. So the university had private security hired.
And all of
just
this
to
is alleged
protect
because
them.
we can't prove that at
Of
this
course,
point, and I just need to make that clear
Yes,
to everybody
all
at
of
home
this
who's
is-
watching.
At this point in time, it's alleged, but on social media, this is where we got the conversation going to say that these white students were like, listen, we're white, no one's going to attack us, we can just go and protest against these people, and if they try and attack us, we definitely know because they're black, the police are going to arrest them first, which means we still get to get away. So essentially, we understand that everyone wants to get back to class, and that's what we all want to do. But lecturers themselves have come out to say they refuse to teach in an environment that has such heavy militarization and security, which is not a conducive environment to learn in. Even if we did want to go back, we can't go back because of the fact that we are heavily secure. We have heavy security.
Can we just say that there's majority of white students who are saying take back VETS, but there were black students amongst them?
Yes, there were those liberal, you know, that's what we consider
but this is what I'm trying to get to,
blacks.
and this is my point. I'm all for Fees Must Fall, but are we not giving everybody the right, democratic rights to stand for what they believe in? So if I'm stopping you from your movement of Fees Must Fall and I want Take Back VETS, how do we find a fine line where we respect everyone's views and their democratic rights as well to protest on whatever they want to protest about?
I mean, essentially, we're always looking to engage with people, especially from the Take VETS Back community. We've invited them to Solomon House to have meetings with them so we can discuss what the problems are. People are more attracted to pulling dramatic stunts in front of the media than they are in actual interaction. So before they staged that whole protest, we had invited them to say, guys, let's sit down, let's see how internally we can sort things out without having to protest against each other, because essentially it doesn't look like VETS is connected at that point in time. They refused, they did not comply, as I'm assuming they didn't comply to this, and all of a sudden we're waking up in the morning and there's a group of 20 students marching towards the Great Hall stairs, and essentially, I mean, you know, the more defensive kind of comrades, you know, the ones that are very protective of Fees Must Fall, were the ones that they interacted with first. At that point in time, leadership, we were still in a meeting to decide what the POA, the plan of action was.
Can we agree that it wasn't handled correctly?
We can agree that it wasn't handled correctly.
And that's the point that I'm trying to get to.
At the same time, we can't negate the response that they got from the students. I think the response that they got from the students is the one that students themselves wanted to give, and we can't exactly police people's actions in that regard.
Cool.
Lastly, I'm seeing a spillover. It's almost affiliated with a race issue, this Fees Must Fall. What are your sentiments?
I mean, it is looking very racial at this point in time, which is very unfortunate because of the fact that, you know, we're trying to be inclusive of everyone. Fees Must Fall is a very inclusive space for female bodies, for queer bodies at the same time, and we don't want to have the racial dynamics. But now we're finding ourselves in a situation where,
you know what my hope is?
It's being divided at this point in time.
My hope is, unfortunately, we run out of time, so sorry to cut you, my love. But my real desire is that it will not become a racial conversation, because now we are losing sight of the real thing that we're fighting for, which is free education. And I hope that whether it's Take Back Wits, whether it's Fees Must Fall, we're all fighting for education. We need to find a bottom line and get back to school. For now, though,
I'm just fighting for a chance to speak on this show.
Ad break.
Keep the channel locked on Mzansi Insider. You know what it is, Mzansi Insider.
Welcome back, everybody. You're still hanging out with Runamonana on Mzansi Insider. More fire. What's up, my baby? How you doing? Thank you for the love. You're always showing me on Twitter. We love seeing your tweets, so please continue tweeting, Facebooking, Instagramming, and all other ones that we don't know but exist. Make sure that you hit us up. And can we just state for 2 seconds, can we have a moment? We're trending at #1 currently right now in South Africa. Give a shout out for their best believe. We're those people. We up, parent?
You can come closer this side. Hold up.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, get it? Nominee, represent Tandy Kiso.
Oh, look at that.
What are you nominated for? Gospel Person of the Year.
Not Gospel Person of the Year. These are the Mzansi Gospel Awards. You are such a person, though. Female person. You are just like,
female
thank you.
Personality.
Guys, oh, that picture looks real
well,
good.
Well, get voting, ladies and gentlemen. Tomorrow, the whole show is dedicated to sexting and parents' understanding of technology. Right now, though, shutting it down. Kelly Kumalo.
What you know about that?
Enjoy. Peace.
Love you guys.